Oh, TI family, going in for the attacks. Going in for the kill. Alright, so we're going back to Russia-linked hackers target. Womp, womp, womp. Alright, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, shall we? So, U.S. investigates incidents of Havana syndrome near the White House. What is this mysterious illness taking away from the facts? Let's lead you guys. So by universal law, we have to tell you the truth. We have to inform you and put the truth out there. But since we are known to be manipulators, deceivers, and sit on a throne of lies, we're just going to lead you astray. And because of our Gnosticism beliefs and knowledge of how to manipulate the universe so we don't receive our karmic debt or break universal laws, we're going to use Gnosticism and lead you astray because we know your minds have been conditioned and programmed to follow us as show leaders and not seek your higher self and learn how to govern thy spirit. So you allow us to govern thy brains. Thee, thou, thee, thou, thous. So here we go. Havana syndrome was coined after an illness struck people at the U.S. Embassy in Havana. So this has happened before in 2016. So staffers reportedly experienced hearing loss, dizziness, loss of balance. Your equilibrium's been thrown off there, sure, huh? And other neurological symptoms. You don't say. Other neurological symptoms that they won't put out there. Because they want you to focus on all this bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. Womp, 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 womp. What causes it? Different theories. Notice how they didn't put conspiracy theories in there because they've already labeled the truthers as conspiracy theorists. More mind programming. I'll get to that in just a minute. Different theories. So they're not calling themselves conspiracy theorists. Different theories have circulated about what causes the illness. But in a report, here we go with some more special names so you'll believe what they're telling you. By the National Academies of Sciences. Researchers concluded that the symptoms were consistent with directed pulsed radio frequency energy. Veronica. They're coming out of their closets too. The committee also looked at chemical exposures, infectious diseases, and psychological factors as potential culprits, but found directed pulsed RF energy, radiation frequencies, because they have both, as the most plausible explanation. So they labeled the symptoms as a Havana illness. So they're labeling the symptoms. What is being done about it? Shall we read more? The attacks near the White House are being investigated by the federal agencies, not the same ones who have the same guns. And National Intelligence Director Avril Haines told lawmakers last month that she would work to provide Congress with more information. So we're just going to get information. We don't need information. We need something to be done. We don't need more information. This shouldn't be happening. So the mysterious illness. So I'm going to go back down to, so I'm just going to go ahead and, up next, Russia-linked hackers target State Department agency emails. So it was up for a little bit, and it should have been a big deal on major fucking news worldwide. That I think Homeland Security was also under attacks. But it is what it is. So illness struck people. Okay, so this is what they experience, hearing loss. And I'm a TI, So I experience directed energy weapons 24/7. And I'll give you my experience versus theirs. Hearing loss, dizziness, loss of balance, and other neurological symptoms. Other neurological symptoms. So they're not telling you. So, because they know about it. Of course, they're not going to tell you in detail what's really fucking going on because it's going to expose what they're doing. So, symptoms as a TI. I've actually been taken to the place of death numerous times, and they've been able to take me right to that edge of death and bring me right back. I actually saw the light at one point. Rapid heartbeat, discomfort. Have you ever been electrocuted? Imagine getting that through your whole body for about anywhere from 5 minutes to hours. Has your brain ever felt like it was on fire? That's what it feels like. It feels like your chest is caving in. Your equilibrium is totally thrown the fuck off. We're talking, you look like you're heavily seduced, under narcotics, heavily drunken, because they hit you with the low vibrational bzzz. Feels like constant pixelated buzzing all around you, like you're in this electromagnetic field of a dome around you. You're in this electromagnetic bubble, and they're unleashing chemicals in there as well. Yes, people, they can hit you with chemicals with these directed energy weapons. At any place, any point, anytime. You can be in your bed, at work, driving in your car. They actually make my eyes jiggle and wiggle. They can actually move a whole vehicle with these directed energy weapons. That's how fucking strong they are. They pack a punch. They can actually lead a whole stadium. You have to remember my previous video I just did. They already unleashed information on crowd control neuroweapons to have an influence on the brain, to control the minds. They want to tell you that they're using it for a good cause. What crowd control are they controlling except for the people that they're supposedly battling, that is their enemy at war, so they can control everything? Yeah, we're having a war over here because they really don't like us. You know, we're the good guys, but we just want all their oil, money, gold, and their culture, and their religious beliefs, and their spiritual roots, and the whole nine. But this is why we're going after them. So no worries. We're going to put them under mind control and tell them Allah is here and coming, so they'll put their guns down, and then we'll kill them. That's V2K, Voice of Skull. You can do your research on that. The military has their hands on that radio broadcasting frequencies. Schizophrenia diagnoses, reevaluations all over the board across the world when this is all over. They tell you in plain sight what's going on. But it's up to you. This is how they feel about it, because you have to remember, they use Gnosticism as an excuse too. A lot of religion across the board. Multivalent thinking, one word, various meanings, is also a counterintelligence weapon against the mind. Kind of like how the word cast spelling, read and read a book, is spelled the same way. So they use a lot of multivalent thinking and counterintelligence maneuvers to program conditioned minds. I'm trying to think of what else I can throw in here. Let's see if they got any more interesting information. Oh, she looks like she's going to tell us the truth. Let's see what she has to say, shall we? She looks pretty confident.
It's time to make some noise. The streets were made of music.
I can see things that your people can't.
Let's give them something to talk about.
For 5 years, investigators have struggled to explain strange experiences reported by U.S. diplomats and other government workers in Cuba, Russia, China, and also...
Okay, so I'm going to pause this. For 5 years, they've been investigating. So, this world, I know it's pretty big, but nobody's going anywhere. So, what do you mean you can't find out and you're still investigating?
Other places in the world. These are episodes that in some cases have led to chronic headaches and brain injuries. And now
Okay, chronic headaches, try migraines. It is a gut-wrenching, piercing pain. It feels like a lightning bolt and a very fine knife of electricity going through your brain. So let's not sugarcoat the truth, shall we?
CNN is learning that 2 U.S. officials
Because look here, lady, you no longer have an influence or control over this mind. I can see right through you.
were struck by this mystery illness late last year, including.
So they want you to focus on the mystery illness. So to get your attention, they're going to drop words such as mystery and illness. You totally just forgot about the directed energy weapons. Now you're focusing in on the illness. And notice how they say near the White House.
One right
Was it at the White House? Or was it like 2 blocks down, 500 feet maybe?
by the White House. CNN's Katie Bo Williams is here with more. This is incredibly alarming, right? By the White House. What more do we know about these cases?
So what we've learned is that 2 members of the President's National Security Council were affected.
2 members of the National Security Council.
By this kind of strange constellation of symptoms right by the entrance.
Constellation of symptoms. Once again, we're focusing in on this new syndrome and illness.
It's right by the entrance to the White House facilities. So one of them.
So it was at the entrance of the White House. So it was on the premises of the White House. It wasn't near. It was actually there. See, this is what I'm getting to. Misleading, pace and lead. Now they have control of your mind because now they are pace and leading your thoughts.
Was actually walking from their car and going through an unmanned gate and entering the White House the day after the election at the time that this person was sort of struck by these strange symptoms. The other one was also a few weeks.
Okay, struck by these strange symptoms. No, asshole, they were struck by directed energy weapons.
Later near an entrance to the White House grounds.
Do officials have any idea what is making people sick?
No, but I do.
The short answer to that is no. The CIA director is actually getting briefed quite literally every day on this right now, so it tells you how seriously the intelligence community is taking this
Oh no, the CIA. Oh.
issue. But while there's some thought that it might be Russia, might be China, because they don't have a good sense of what the technology that's being used here is, they're not even sure whether they can definitively call this an attack. There's some thought that it might also be perhaps an adversary trying to collect data out of official cell phones, and they just have the juice turned up too high. So it's truly.
Are you serious? They're trying to collect data from their cell phones? Okay, so if we're talking directed energy weapon attackers, all they have to do is hack into their phone. We're talking criminals who can actually hack into your neurosystem and your brain like it's a computer. They want to collect juice from their phones and they're hitting them at the entrance of the White House. You sit on a throne of lies, lady.
A mystery.
Just a quick question. You may or may not know the answer to this, but would that involve some sort of like line of sight to the victims of these attacks?
So one of the really difficult things about this problem set is that they don't really know what the machine would look like that might be able to create these kind of invisible symptoms, because
Maybe you should check your local 5G tower.
as of yet, nobody's really seen anything. There's some circumstantial evidence, but they don't have a good
Let's ask Elon about Starlink.
sense of again, what the technology is, what kind of device might cause this. So the answer to that is nobody really knows right now.
It is incredibly troubling. As you said, it has affected Americans in many places, including their children who have been with them. That's one of the most alarming details that we've seen. Katie Bo Williams, great reporting. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for reporting. We appreciate it. So there you have it, guys. Okay, so the Biden administration has dramatically ramped up its efforts to identify the cause of these incidents, determine attribution, increase collection efforts, and prevent what the intelligence community now terms anomalous health. Notice how they have the enemy acting like they're investigating themselves. Like there's another enemy out there. It's a good cop, bad cop. This is something that they're well known for. They're known for the conquer divide tactics. They're known for the good cop, bad cop. Vote for the lesser evil. Like I said in my previous video, you know, let's just say there's 2 pedophiles on the platform, which is quite common in politics nowadays. So let's vote for the lesser evil, guys. There's this pedophile over here, and then, you know, the other one over here he's not too bad. Plus, I like the way he talks. He's a good speaker. That makes sense. So this is what they're known for. So they're the ones who are hiding behind all of this. And that's just how it's going down. So Havana syndrome. It went from Havana. Now notice the programming. Listen to the difference. When I say Havana illness, Havana syndrome. Now what the syndrome is and the actual illness. Okay, notice the difference between syndrome and illness. Be patient. Be patient. We're getting there, you guys. Conditioning. It's an identifiable pattern. It's conditioning. So they're using these terms to literally condition your mind. The actual illness is a poison they're putting in your minds. The syndrome is the conditioning that they're doing to your mind. So now, and then we have all these names. Everybody's the enemy. Cuba, Russia. Where is it? I just saw it. So your mind has been programmed to look at these countries. The Russians are coming. The plane. For 5 years now, investigators have struggled to explain the strange experiences reported by U.S. diplomats and other government workers in Cuba, Russia, China, and elsewhere. Where else? You just tell me and elsewhere. You don't want to tell me where else? You're putting all this great information, but you're leaving me on the edge of my seat to continue to fucking lie to me. So where else? Elsewhere where? So in your mind, you have been programmed to look at Cuba as fucking horrible, bad. Russia, China. You've looked at all these other places to be an enemy instead of looking around right where you're at. I'm just saying. And then we're gonna do this. Conspicuous is right. I forgot how to spell, you guys. Now my keyboard's not working. A secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. Pay attention to details, will ya? a suspicion or a system of ideas intended to explain something, especially one based on general two different definitions, two different words, and they want to tell you that it means what they say it means, and this is not true. So have a beautiful day, shills, trolls, and sleepwalkers. To my TI family, stay strong on the battlefield. Christina Marie is throwing him a curveball, and hope that hurt them hard. Hope it hurt a lot. So, love you guys. Stay strong. Don't give up.